body talks, my body's telling me something. The other day I was training, and something sharp happened in my kind of lower rib area in my back. So I immediately shifted gears and went to a much more relaxed pace. And then today, kind of feeling something on the other side. So, anyway, I don't think it's anything to be concerned about. It's something to be aware of and to be careful about. But just feeling stuff in my lower back. I also played golf yesterday, which I hadn't done in a while. So it makes sense that I'm sore in new places. But kind of gearing up for the World Championships, which are in a little more than a month. And, there's all sorts of subconscious stuff that happens kind of mentally and physically. So, you got to be in touch with yourself and your body. Your body really talks to you, and you gotta listen. You don't have to understand. That's the thing. It used to be that if my body told me something, but I didn't understand what it was saying or where it was coming from, I would ignore it. Understanding can't be the basis. It's gotta. Trust has to be the basis. You have to trust your intuition and your body, which means following even when you don't understand. I'd say especially when you don't understand. That's really what trust is. And if you trust yourself, if you trust your body and your intuition, you're gonna do a lot of stuff that you don't understand. The only understanding is going to be, I understand that my body is telling me to do this, so I'm going to do this. And I'm not going to ask questions, and I'm going to trust. Because I know, and I've learned over time, that that's the way to go. That's what makes me happy. That's what leads to my best results. When I ignore that and I try to think my way through things, it's a disaster. I had 40 years of that, so I don't need any more of that. So, it's a beautiful thing. Once you kind of crack the code and figure out what to listen to, what part of yourself to listen to, it just becomes easier. You don't have to think about it. You don't have to understand it. It doesn't have to be logical. It just, you trust, you believe what your body says, and that's the path to truth. Sometimes it can be scary, sometimes it can be weird, sometimes you can be like, I have no idea what's happening, but your body, you just feel it pulling you in a particular direction, and that's the way to go. It's beautiful. Trusting, having faith is beautiful. That's what makes life an adventure. Because half the time you're doing stuff, you don't know why you're doing it, you just know that your intuition is telling you to do it. But once you give over and you learn to trust your intuition, it's not a problem. It's beautiful.